JD, and we are back once again with Phil Smith. This time we got you set in the AMG GTR for 7 laps. Does that all sound correct?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Is that pointing the right way?
Yes, it's a HD wide view camera, so cool. You are certainly in the shot. No worries. Cool. Now you are already on track in the R8. As I mentioned, it's a lot of the same general procedures. Excuse me, simply meaning that the mirrors are still set for me. Passing on track remains exactly the same, so wait for those 4-way flashers to come on. And I'm assuming you were using the paddle shifters.
4-way flashers?
4-way flashers, those guys, the hazard lights. Yeah. So once we approach a car, when they put them on, I'll let you know where to pass.
Okay.
I'm assuming you were using the paddles in the R8. Awesome. Same concept. They're still attached to the steering wheel. We're utilizing 3rd, 4th, 5th gear. However, because we have the twin turbos, we're getting more boost, more torque, a little bit higher gearing. We're using more of 4th gear around the racetrack. But
avoid 2nd, same as the R8.
Yeah, I mean, this car, you don't even use 2nd.
Okay.
You're hardly even using much of 3rd. And when you're in 3rd, you're pretty much getting out of it to 4th gear relatively quickly.
Okay.
Just because you're getting more torque on bottom end than you do, with the naturally aspirated engine of the R8. So I'll certainly let you know when to upshift, when to downshift. But as I mentioned, it's a very linear power band. You're not going to notice any turbo lag. If anything, it comes on even stronger, the power does than the R8. Okay. Just remember, you're going from the all-wheel drive platform of that car to just the rear-wheel drive platform of this car. With that car being mid-engined, weight's a little bit better balanced. This car, you have a lot of weight up front, not so much weight over the rear tires, so it's a little tail happy if you jump on throttle too much too quick. So just a progressive application on throttle. Also, this car has rear wheel steer.
Right.
So the rear tires are actually going to adjust. They'll turn to make the turning radius a little bit tighter in this car. It's a little bit more responsive, actually, this car is than the R8. So just be nice and smooth, progressive on your steering application. As anything too sudden, too abrupt, the rear tires will certainly respond to that, and you will definitely notice it. So again, just progressive on that application.
Okay.
The brakes still give you very good feedback. Just be, firm, assertive on your initial brake pressure and get the car slowed down efficiently. Still just be nice and smooth as you're releasing off of that brake pressure. Just a progressive release off the brake to rebalance all the weight throughout the car. But just get a good feel for the car. It handles great. It's a little bit stiffer. The suspension is pretty stiff, so definitely going to handle great. It's going to feel a little bit different, but as you get comfortable, we'll start to build on the pace. But that just about covers it. Any questions, any concerns?
Good to go.
Pretty straightforward. Perfect. The wheels are already straight, so we're good there. What I'll have you do is just push down on the brake for me if you can, and then I'll get you back into gear. And then we're going to roll forward over the bump and then out to the left. I'm all set and ready when you are. We're all good. And then we're going to go around to the left here. The drift car stops, so just pull past the stop sign, but stop at the blue cones.
Last blue cone?
Just alongside, just parallel to him.
Okay.
Right here's perfect. We'll go ahead and stop. And we're going to wait for at least one car to go by.
This part confused me the last time. Where am I going? Am I going right of the blue line that's in the middle here, or am I going to the left of it?
You're going around. When we pull onto the track, you're going to the right of the gray line here, and you're going around it. So you're going to the right of the blue line.
Of this blue line that's kind of in the middle. It looks like it's in the middle of the road. I'm going to the right of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
So we are all clear. We'll go ahead and roll forward. So just out to the right of this gray line, to the right of the blue line here. Then we'll upshift. And then we'll roll straight through the chicane. We'll upshift once more. There you are. And then out onto our main straightaway.
Seatbelt's not tension too. Shit.
It should be fine. I'll reach across.
You got it.
No worries. The brakes down here, and then we can go ahead and start to ease off the brakes. We're going to turn in down to the apex bottom of the racetrack, and then the exit cone is up top, so just nice and wide up to it, and then we'll keep her left once again. Go ahead and brake and then downshift, spot your apex and release off brakes towards it. This is that blind section, so mid-track, then pulling the car back over, but crest the hill all the way over first, then rotate in. You can use the racetrack down the hill, squeezing on throttle as you pull the car back over to the left. Just a bit of brake, and then you can release off. You're fine with this entry speed all the way up to our apex on the inside. And then nice and smooth on throttle application as you pull the car back to the right. Just gonna let off to turn in, and then a little bit of throttle straight through. Very good. Remember, spot your apex, but then look past it. Look up to the end of the straight, and then squeeze on throttle here. Nice and wide, build up to full. Up. Very good. We'll go ahead and brake here, and then downshift. Go ahead and release off your brake pressure. Full release here. Little bit of maintenance throttle, and then squeeze on throttle up top. Use all the racetrack. Build on throttle here. Squeeze power. We're gonna brake here. As you start to rotate in, release your brake. Full off the brake pressure. There you go. Remember, crest all the way over first, and then you can turn in. So don't want to rotate too early. Squeeze on throttle down the racetrack. Building on power. Just a bit of brake, and then downshift. It's good. Tight to your apex. Little maintenance throttle, then squeeze into it. Back over to the right. Gonna let off. Little bit of throttle through. Nice and wide on entry. Release your brake. You're fine with the entry speed. You can keep it rolling. Unwind out to the paint. Driving the car out. Up. Another. Off that brake pressure, all set. Car's gonna hold down to apex, but then look up to the end of the short shoe. Squeeze back up to full. Very good. Ease off your brake pressure. You're fine with the entry speed. Remember, mid-track, back over, delay the turn in slightly, all the way over the hill first, then rotate in. There you go. Down the hill, you can start to build on a little bit more throttle here. Slightly, and then ease off. Tight to your apex. And then squeeze on throttle coming out. Nice and wide. You want to use all that racetrack. Gonna let off, and then rotate in, a bit of throttle through. Go ahead and downshift, pass on the right. Good. Just stay nice and tidy, and then you're clear coming out. Build it back up. You can stay on throttle a little longer. Upshift all the way up to the orange. Now braking here. There you go. Spot apex, then release off. Rolling back on throttle. Keep squeezing on throttle here. Build on it. Now brake back down to gear. There you go. Release off your brake here. All set. Good. It's going to hold. Bit of throttle. Nice and tidy. Little maintenance throttle down the hill. Squeeze on throttle. Build it up. Just a bit of brake on entry, and then you can go ahead and start to rotate in. Then roll back on throttle. You're good. Build it up. Little bit of maintenance throttle through. Grab a downshift over those inside stripes, but keep your vision up. Very good. Nice deep breath. Keep it relaxed. Looking well. Upshift. Just like last lap. Upshift on into the orange. And then on the brakes to downshift. Smooth release off. All the way off the brake here. There you go. Good, good. Back on throttle. Driving the car out. Up top. Good. Stay on her. And braking downshift. Smooth release off. All set. Bit of throttle here. Tight to your apex, then down the hill, squeeze on throttle, a little more if you wish. Don't follow them off track. We're going to pass them on the right, so nice and tight to your apex.
Downshift.
You're good. Keep in this gear, we'll downshift it to the straightaway. There you go. Still get plenty of torque. Lift, little bit of throttle through. Here we downshift. There you go.
I'm going too narrow on the...
Yeah, there's a little bit more racetrack to use on exit. Upshift. Again. Downshift. Very good. And then you can go ahead and start to ease off brakes. Full release. Good entry speed. Car will certainly hold. There you go. Back on throttle. apex, then down the hill, squeeze throttle. There you go. Keep on her. Third gear's fine through here. You can keep it rolling tight to your apex, and then squeeze on throttle coming out. You're good. Build on power. Back over. We're gonna lift, then turn in, bit of throttle through, and then third gear's perfect here too. Tighty to apex, third gear's good. Squeeze on throttle out wide. Go. All set. Full. Up. Good. Again. Good brake pressure. Go ahead and start to ease off. The car's gonna grip. Carry that momentum. Very good. Squeeze back on throttle. Use all the racetrack out wide. Good. Drop down a gear. Ease off your brake pressure. Full release here. Nice and progressive all the way over. There you go, and then rotate in. Squeezing on throttle here. That was our 7 laps. We're gonna go ahead and duck her back into the pits. Right in through the blue cones here. We'll follow this into the right. There you go. What do we think? How was the AMG?
Not so bad, not so bad.
Perfect. And then straight in. Quite a bit different from the R8, right?
Yeah, that was a hoot.
Perfect.
I am immediately next to the drift car, correct?
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Ready?
So first row, and then in between the drift car and the Aston.
Roger that.
Driving anything else?
Thinking about it. I'm gonna have to convince the other guys to take another set of laps too.
There you go. Are you guys set to do the drift car?
No.
Gotcha.
I don't do other people driving me.
We'll stop her there.
All right.
You can go ahead and let off the brake. Perfect. It'll stay resting on the stop. All good.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, check out the. Have you driven the GT3 before?
I have not.
I think that's the promo car for the day. That's one of our best track cars. So if you're looking to get on track, it handles great. Not necessarily the highest horsepower car that we have, but it's another car that has the rear wheel steer. Yeah. It's one of our better handling track cars. So it's kind of more or less, a good handling car that can carry a lot of momentum, a lot of speed through the corners. So yeah, definitely take a look at it. A lot of good feedback on the GT3 certainly. But looking good out there. Any questions? Any concerns?
Nope.
Had a good time. Thank you for coming out, my man.
Thank you very much.
I'll get you back your video here, and we'll certainly point you in the right direction.